Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I hope all the students are fine and I hope all of you are able to listen to me. Okay. So, you know very well, K, we are going through the chapter which is chapter number 4 about data communication. And in this chapter, basically, we are going through the concepts which are related to the data communication. We have seen, we have gone through a number of things, just like what is meant by data communication, what is a simple communication model. Similarly, we discussed about the guided and unguided transmission mediums. All these things are there that we have already discussed. So last week, we were actually going through the unguided transmission. Unguided transmission. What is meant by unguided transmission? And how many tribes are there? I'm going to ask you all these things. You know very well that regularly I'm giving you the lessons in the form of not only text, notes, but also the video of the lesson which is uploaded in your Google Classroom. The link is uploaded in your Google Classroom. So, who will define the unguided transmission? Number one, unguided media. How many types are there? We will define basically the electromagnetic spectrum. What is meant by electromagnetic spectrum? How will you define the electromagnetic spectrum? On which grounds you differentiate different types of transmissions? So the transmissions that we have discussed about is basically radio, microwave, radio wave. Then we discussed about the infrared. Okay, so these are the types that we have discussed. Just please raise the hand and give a quick review for these things so that you can move toward the next topics. Some students are there who are not that much regular. Those students' names I can see over here in the Google Classroom. I won't call their names, but they themselves, they know about it. Okay? They are not that much regular. So if you are not regular, you won't be able to understand the things. So basically, it's your responsibility to be very much regular and attend the classes, note down all the things, the written work that I am giving you on regular basis. 4 days a week class is there and I am giving you the written work for that purpose. Okay, you have to write it in your notebooks. Your notebooks should be accomplished. Yes, Maaz Islam. Maaz. How will you define the unguided transmission? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Unguided transmission.
Unguided transmission transferred the electromagnetic wave without using any physical medium. Therefore, it is also known as wireless transmission. In unguided media, air is the media through which the electromagnetic energy can flow easily.
Good. Means that when there is no physical path in the form of a wire is required for the sake of transmission of data, so that kind of transmission is basically called the this is called the unguided transmission or unbounded transmission or wireless transmission. These are the three terms that we have used. Okay. Some other students, they should also try these all things that we have discussed in the last classes. Kindly. Okay. How will you define the electromagnetic spectrum? What is basically the electromagnetic spectrum? Yes. Muniba, can you define the electromagnetic spectrum? What does it mean? Why we discussed
Yes,
about electromagnetic spectrum? Yes.
we discuss about the electromagnetic spectrum because it is used in fiber optical cables And a spectrum is a group of different wavelengths and frequencies. The higher the wavelength, the lower the frequency, the lower the wavelength, the higher the frequency.
Yeah, this is true that you have told us, but it is not because of the fiber optic. Fiber optic is a guided media, that is something else. Fiber optic is basically the media where you transmit data in the form of light. Okay, and that is basically a physical path, means guided transmission, wired transmission. We discussed about it in the guided transmission medium. There are three types of the guided transmission mediums. Just like we said, twisted pair cable is there, a coaxial cable is there, and fiber optics is there. But when we say electromagnetic spectrum, it means it covers the range of or the variety of different kinds of different kinds of waves. We have basically made an arrangement in ascending and descending order. If we see over here, so basically this is the descending order from radio to gamma waves in the form of wavelength, but ascending order in the form of frequency from radio waves to infrared. If you go from radio wave to infrared, so it is ascending form of frequency. So we have made an arrangement over here, we have made a sequence over here for different types of signals available, so that we can differentiate them on the basis of their wavelength, their frequency, and definitely the energy level, the energy and the frequency. So this is basically a electromagnetic spectrum is basically a range of the different frequencies available for the sake of data communication. So this is the thing that we have discussed in the electromagnetic spectrum. Now, in if we talk about the radio waves, so radio waves are having, who will explain the radio waves? Any other student, please go through their work, go through the material I have already given you in your Google Classroom. Please open the Google Classroom in front of you. Go to there, the Word file is there covering the topics. Go through it and then raise the hand to answer for all these things. Yes, Moaz.
Sir, I will define radio waves.
Yes.
Radio wave are a type of electromagnetic radiation with wavelengths in the electromagnetic spectrum longer than infrared light. Radio wave have frequencies as high as 300 gigahertz to as low as 30 hertz at 300 gigahertz. The corresponding wavelength is 1 millimeter, and at 30 hertz is 10,000 kilometers.
Okay. मतलब कि the radio wave is the wave which whose wavelength is basically the longest wavelength, long wavelength is there. But if you see over here, the wavelength is long and the frequency is definitely low. And it has a range. We have discussed about K. All these types have got different ranges. When we say range, so range means ki range of the frequencies. Ki what are the ranges for radio waves? What are the range for the frequency of the microwave? And what is the range for the frequency of the infrared? Who will tell me the frequency ranges for microwave and infrared? As Mars has already explained about the radio wave, it has the frequency from 30 hertz to 300 gigahertz. So what are basically the frequency ranges for the microwave and the infrared waves? All other students who are there, they should raise the hand, please. Abbas, have you raised the hand? Any other student? Yes.
Yes, sir. The range of microwaves are 1 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz.
Okay. And infrared? Can you tell about the infrared? Yes, Muniba.
The infrared frequency range is 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz.
So 300 gigahertz means high frequency. Okay. 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz. Okay, good. So it means basically we are differentiating these all types of electromagnetic waves on the basis of, on the grounds of their characteristics, and those characteristics are basically the wavelength and the frequency, because of the frequency, of course. So on the basis of these characteristics, we are differentiating them. When the frequency is being changed, so then the type of the wave is being changed in the electromagnetic spectrum. So these are the things that we have discussed about the different types of wireless frequencies which are there, wireless waves which are there, the signals which are there for the sake of data transmission. What are the uses of, who will tell me the uses? Just go through the uses now. Okay, if you talk about the radio waves, where the radio waves are used, can you define, okay, where we are going to use the radio waves? What are the practical implications of the radio waves? Yes, please raise the hand. Other students who are there in this class, why they don't raise the hand? I am unable to understand. Yes, Abbas, Muhammad Abbas. Can you?
Sir,
Yes, can you define the uses? Okay, yes, Maniba, yes, can you define the, what are basically the different uses of radio waves, microwaves, and infrared?
Radio waves uses are they are used for point-to-point communication links, wireless networks, radars, satellites communication, spacecraft communication, and they are used for medical treatments as well. And
Okay,
microwaves are used for cell phone communication, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and television broadcast.
okay, and what about the infrared?
The infrared are used for small distance communication like the in TV, televisions, and other devices.
Televisions and other devices when controlled by a remote control, basically, these are the uses. Okay, good, fine. So basically we had seen that basically what are different kinds of uses. I'm just giving you this review we have already gone through. Okay, radio waves, we said that these are used for the wireless networks, radar systems. Satellite is also radio. Satellite wave communication is also having the radio wave. Spacecraft communication, this is used for such kind of communications are there which are used, and radio waves have other uses as well, for example for different kinds of treatments, medical treatments and operations. If you talk about the microwaves, so we had discussed that the microwaves are used for the cell phone communication. Wi-Fi frequency is also in the range of the microwave. If you will see that the range of the microwave we have discussed about, okay, this is the range. So in this range, the microwave range, in this range, the Wi-Fi range is also there. So Wi-Fi is also having some particular range. Bluetooth, similarly, television broadcast is also there, which is basically wireless. We are talking about the wireless television broadcast. Okay, if you talk about the infrared, so infrared, you know that okay, infrared sensors and infrared communication is there. It is used for different types of wireless devices, just like mouse and keyboard, printer are also there for the infrared. But mainly it is used in the different types of remote controls. It has a frequency which is basically a higher frequency, just like we have discussed 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz. So infrared communication is mainly as the uses for the remote controls and television remote controls and other devices remote controls. So these are basically the three major types: microwave, infrared, and the Bluetooth we have discussed about. The infrared, microwave, and the radio waves. Now we also discussed about the Bluetooth, and we also discussed about the satellite communication, and we discussed about these types of communications which are also there in our syllabus. Okay, basically the satellite communication is under the radio waves. Okay, Bluetooth is there under the microwave, which is one of the frequencies under the microwave. We had discussed about okay, what is the frequency of the Bluetooth. We had discussed that Bluetooth has got 2.42, 2.48, 2.402 to 2.48 gigahertz. This is the frequency range. When we take this frequency range from the microwave or the radio wave, so then it basically it becomes Bluetooth. Okay. So these all things are there that we have already discussed. Now today we are moving towards the next topic, but before going towards the next topic, let me mark for the attendance first. Okay, from Abdul Aman to Mujtaba Abbas, and then Sayyid Affan. Okay. Okay, ji. Now today we are going to discuss about transmission impairments. What does it mean? So as we know that okay, these all are the topics as given in your book, but we are trying to arrange the notes so that all types of questions are covered. Okay, when you are asked for the advantages, you should be able to write the advantages. When you are asked for the differences, you should be able to write the differences. All these things are there that we are going to have a clear concept about these all things. Asha, so today's topic is basically about the transmission impairments. What is meant by transmission impairment? If you go to the book and page number, I have opened the page in front of you, page number 132. Over here, they have mentioned about okay, the errors that occur during data communication from one point to another are called transmission impairments. When a signal is transmitted over a communication medium, it may have different types of impairments. Impairments occur due to imperfect characteristics of communication medium. As a consequence, the received and the transmitted signals are not always same. Are you getting this point? Okay, when I have read this statement, will you please raise the hand to explain okay, what do you understand by the transmission impairment? Okay, so today I have changed a bit in the teaching strategy by going towards the student centered. So I would like to ask if you go through this statement that is written in front of you, can you explain it? Some other student, those who have already answered, not these students, some other students should raise the hand and should explain okay, what do you understand by this phenomena of impairment? Yes, please raise the hand. Yes, Zulkaf, can't you explain it if you read this statement, which is written in front of you? Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Any other student? Please raise the hand and explain this statement. What is meant by impairment? Basically, when we say impairment, impairment means we are referring towards the different kind of problem that is faced by a signal. Okay, different kind of problem means when the signal is not that accurate as it was sent from the point of source to the point of destination. So if it is not same as it is, it has some problems, it has some loss of the data, it has some other issues in the data, it is not accurate, it is having some errors, that is called impairment. And this thing you would have noticed in the communication, this happens when you are talking on a WhatsApp and your voice is not clear, your voice is being broken, the data sent from the source and the data received at the destination is not same, or having data loss. The words are lost when reaching to the destination. This is a common example. Or if you have connected to a Zoom class, or you are connected to the Microsoft Teams or Skype, and you are sending or receiving some file, or you are sharing some data, but at the other end the user, the receiver, is unable to see that file, or is unable to receive your voice properly or your video, or there are some breaks in the video, it means that there are some problems, there are some issues. This is called transmission impairment. And what kind of issue is there? In the data communication, analog and digital signals go through the transmission medium. Okay? Transmission media are not ideal. They are not always ideal. Okay? Your data is being transmitted, so it will be transmitted with the perfection. There are some imperfections in the transmission medium. So the signals sent through the transmission medium are always not perfect. These are not same as it is. So this is called imperfection. This imperfection is basically called the signal impairment. Means the signal sent from the transmitter end is not same the signal received at the receiver end. What is written over here that we have discussed? Okay, when a signal is transmitted over a communication medium, it may have different types of impairments. Impairment occurs due to imperfect characteristics of the medium. So basically, this is because of the medium, quality of the medium, other issues with the medium. And what will be the result? The result will be that the signal sent at the source is not same as it is 100% as it is the signal received at the destination. So the changes which are made from the source to the destination in between this time when the data is passing through the wired or wireless signal, even if it is wired or even wireless. So that basically change which occurs due to the impairments, this is called basically impairment when the signal is not similar to that particular signal which has been received and that particular signal which was sent. So I think this thing is now clear what is meant by signal impairment. Okay, now if we see that, it means that signals that are transmitted at the beginning of the medium are not the same as the signals that are received at the end of the medium. So what is called we received. So this is basically the called impairment. Now what will happen? What are the consequences if the signal impairments are there? For a digital signal, they may occur bit errors. अगर signal digital है, digital signal is going through a twisted pair cable, let's suppose. So then, of course, bit errors could be there. And for analog signals, these impairments degrade the quality of the signals. The signal quality will not be as good as the source. So there would be differences. So these are the consequences for the analog signals and the digital signals, just because of the impairments. Now we have to see this thing, why impairments are basically created. Why impairment is there? What are the different reasons why such kind of impairments are basically caused by because of the three reasons. These are three major reasons and other reasons are under these all reasons. Okay, these are the three major types. Other types are also there, but those other types are under these heads. वो इन्हीं के अंदर आएंगी जो भी types होंगी. First one is called attenuation. Attenuation का क्या मतलब है? What is meant by attenuation? Attenuation means weakness. What does it mean? Weakness of the signal. जब हम कोई भी चीज throw करते हैं, whenever we throw anything, for example, if you throw a ball, when you throw a ball, it will definitely go with a higher velocity, you know. But with the passage of time, the velocity will be decreased, and at the end, the ball will get down. It will not move ahead after some place because it has lost its energy. Attenuation का मतलब क्या हुआ कि now that energy which was there it has been weakened, weak हो गया वो signal जो है वो weak हो गया. That is called signal attenuation. So when a wave is basically going through and when a signal is going through a medium, whether it is a wireless medium or wired medium, when a signal is going through, so it is possible that it may attenuate. Attenuate means that it may be weak. Its energy is lost. It means loss of energy. Okay? Attenuation means loss of energy. The strength of signal decreases with increasing distance, which causes loss of energy in overcoming resistance of the medium. This is also known as attenuated signal. Attenuated means weak signal. Amplifiers are used to amplify the attenuated signals, which gives the signals back to its original position. So both the things have been discussed over here. Okay, signal attenuation means weakness in the signal, and signal, when we say how we will remove this problem, how we will overcome this problem, definitely we will have to install amplifier. If you remember the video of the fiber optic cable, we had discussed about amplifiers के बारे में हमने उसमें discuss किया था, and we said that के fiber optic cable में what happens in the fiber optic cable के amplifiers are there to boost the signal to or regenerate the signal. तो सिग्नल को हमें रीजनरेट करना पड़ता है because when the signal is losing its strength after some time, it does not mean कि अभी आपने सिग्नल सेंड किया है and right now it is being attenuated. No, it will definitely after some times. Normally the distance is there in the hundreds of meters. Okay. So when we say signal attenuation, why it is so? This is why a wire carrying electrical signals get warm, if not hot, after a while. Some of the electrical energy is covered to heat in the signal. Okay? So that's why that it is possibility that the signal is going to weak. Signal is going to lose its strength. So when the signal will lose its strength, so it will be definitely weak. And when it will be weak, so its quality will be down, and you will have to bring it to its original quality, and you will install which device? Amplifier. You will have to install the amplifier which is used to amplify the signal, matlab boost the signal, or in other words, to regenerate the signal. Now if you consider this diagram over here, one original signal is there. Now see the wave over here in the original signal. One original signal which is being sent from the point 1. Point 1 is the source from where we are sending this signal. You can see the strength. Okay, the wave format, the crest and trough, you can see which kind of wave format is there when the signal is being sent. After some time, let's suppose after 200 meters or 500 meters or 1 kilometer or after some 100 meters. For example, when we analyze the signal at point 2, signal is attenuated. Attenuated means that it is losing its quality, its strength. It is losing its strength, its quality. And we are sure Okay, when it will reach to point 3, it will be more weaker. It will be weaker even more. So we know that okay, when point 2 it is losing its strength, so at point 3 it will be lost, or it will lose its strength entirely. It will lose the strength entirely. So what we'll do? What we'll do for that purpose? What we are going to do? We will have to solve this problem. Okay, if the signal will be lost, or after point 2 when it will cover more distance, some more 100-meter distance will be covered, so it is going to be lost. So what we will do after point 2, we will install some amplifier. Acha, now this is the quality of the amplifier. Okay, amplifier will not change its signals quality entirely, or will not change the signals uh, you know characteristics in the form of the data. No, amplifier is just going to boost the signal, just going to amplify the signal according to that particular characteristic that it was having when it was sent. Means it is going to amplify it according to those characteristics that it was having, to boost the signal, to regenerate the signal. Acha, you would have used the amplifiers in your cars. Do you know about it? Can anyone tell me the purpose of the amplifier that you have got in your vehicle, in your car? Please raise the hand. Any student. Any student, just tell me, why do you install an amplifier? If the amplifier is there in your car, what happens? And if the amplifier is not there, what happens? Any other student other than Muniba, any other student, please raise the hand and let me know why you have got an amplifier in your car. What does it do? Any other student? Why the other students don't participate? I am unable to understand. Don't you know okay, in your cars, in your vehicles, there is amplifier? What does it do? You have to make a guess. Not necessary your guess is correct. Not necessary. Yes, first Maz and then Muniba. Yes, first Maz, you will tell me what does the amplifier do? Quickly. Yes, Maz. I am unable to listen to you, Maz. Okay, Muniba. Yes. Yes, what does it do?
It is used to boost the radio signals.
No, what happens if you don't have the amplifier in your car? What will happen? You won't be able to listen the songs?
Yes.
No, you will be able to. Speakers are there. What is the purpose of the amplifier?
It boosts the radio signal.
No, I am not saying that it is
So
boosting the radio signals. It is those signals are basically not radio signals. These are basically electromagnetic wave. वो voice signal है ना? Voice signal है that your speaker is giving you. But when you have got amplifier, so you can see that the loudness of the sound is increased a number of times. This happens so, Muniba, or not?
yes.
If you have only speakers, so you will be able to listen the song in your car, inside your car, okay. But if you have got the amplifier, then you will be able to listen the songs. Even outsiders who are there on the road, they will be able to listen the songs. This happens now. So this
Yes.
is why because you have amplified that audio wave, basically that is an audio wave that you are amplifying. Okay. Yes, Maz, will you add something over here?
Yes, sir. Sorry, there's signal problem.
Okay. Can you tell about the
Electron.
amplifier? What happens when the amplifier is there in the
Yes,
car?
yes, sir. So, electron transistor typically amplify the audio signal in the car audio system using electronic component such as capacitors and resistors.
Okay,
An
fine.
amplifier boasts an in
Fine. Amplifier is basically there to boost the signal, as we have discussed about. To boost the signal, अब वो क्या करता है? Does not mean कि when you have got amplifier, the music will be changed. No. The audio, music, all things will be same, but it will increase the strength of the signal. What it is going to do? It will increase the strength of the signal, and the loudness of the signal will be increased, and you will be able to see that the outsiders, even on the road, they will be able to listen the song that you are playing in your car, because you have got an amplifier. हम कह रहे होते हैं ना हमारे पास amps है in my car. So what does it mean कि we have got an amplifier in my car, and that amplifier is basically boosting the signal to give the signal a strength, but signal's quality will remain the same. The other characteristics, wave format will remain the same, but it will increase the loudness, it will reboost it. So same phenomena will happen over here. Okay, when a signal is getting attenuated matlab weakened, when it is getting weak. So you have installed one amplifier in your system after some hundreds of kilometers, and that amplifier is basically boosting the system and boosting that particular signal, and then signal is getting its original strength. And when it is going to point 3, which is basically a destination, so at that point you will see that the amplified signal is similar to the original signal. The amplified signal is similar to the original signal, and even afterwards, if you are sending the signal to point 4 and point 5, and the distance is so much that the signal is getting weak or attenuated, again you will install another amplifier. You will install an other amplifier so that it should be amplified and it should not lose its strength, and should reach that particular destination with a good quality. So I think all these things are now clear to all of you. Now our class time is almost about to over. So what we have discussed today, you will get this presentation, all this class in your Google Classroom, the video lessons, and the text that we have discussed with this diagram. This all thing, you should know this diagram, and you should be able to draw this diagram if you are asked in the exam. You should be able to draw this. Is a simple diagram. So this is representing the attenuation. Thank you so much, all of you.